Yesterday we began, and we're almost finished. I didn't notice it. We're almost finished with this speech that the Rebbe gave on the 25th day of Nissan, which that was yesterday's date. But he made this speech like 33 years ago. And in the speech, he's talking about Moshiach and the Geula and the future redemption, and that's going to be big miracles, and that we'll see the miracles, and that there'll be these two things together. There'll be amazing miracles, but greater than going out of Egypt, and we will actually see them. We'll actually see, and we'll appreciate them. We'll appreciate them. Says the Rebbe. So let's go. This is where we got up to. 1 minute. Here we go. Here we are. I think we got up to here. No, we did this. Here we go. Says the Rebbe, now we are, so every day and every date and every time that we're in right now, said the Rebbe, is hinting at this redemption and Geula and Moshiach that's supposed to come any moment. It's supposed to come any moment now. And it's not understandable why it hasn't already arrived, and we should be disappointed, and we can't understand what's going on, especially when the situation in the world is so bad. And when Moshiach reveals, we'll understand how really bad it is, how really terrible the situation was, right, before. And so it says, here's another hint. We're now in the days of Sphira, counting the Omer. The whole purpose of this idea of counting the Omer, the days between Passover and Shavuot, is going out of Egypt and receiving the Torah. Namely, this hints at us going out of our personal exile to the completion and the purpose of giving the Torah. Like it says, Torah chadasha me'iti teitze. It says that the Torah, it's a midrash on the sentence that the Torah will come from me. It says a new Torah. What does it mean, a new Torah? New Torah means we'll feel the godliness of the Torah, just like on the first day when we received it. And especially this year, that Passover falls on Shabbat, which it did not fall on this year. It didn't fall on Shabbat. Okay, so it says because it's going to be complete. So let's just speak of this. Right. According to what we said before, so now we can see also that this whole idea of the redemption, I'm sorry, no, here we go. And especially because the 28th day of Nissan, 28th day Koach Nissan, always comes out to be on the 14th day of the Omer. And this hints at 14th Yud Dalid, the 14th. Yud Dalid is 14, but it's also the word Yad, hand. That this refers, also hints at the three hands that God will use to take out the Jews from Egypt, called Yad Chazaka, Yad Rama, Yad Chazaka, Yad Rama, Yad Gadola. The three hands, the powerful hand, the high hand, and the strong hand that's took the Jews out of Egypt. And from it, we can come to today is going to be the 15th day of the Omer, that hints at when the moon is full, 15. That's the 15th day of the month. Okay, all this is hinting at that there's supposed to be redemption. Redemption, it has to be, God took us out of Egypt. He did it already. It's not a totally new thing. He promised he's going to do it again. We're waiting for it any second. There's no doubt that it's going to happen. The situation now is unbearable. Therefore, says the Rebbe, al pi ha'amor, what we said about redemption, so now there's a big wonder and a big terrible question. How can it be that all these things we've talked about, nevertheless, we have not brought about the Moshiach to actually come? This is a thing which is totally incomprehensible. It's not understandable. It doesn't make any sense. And in additional wonder that 10 Jews are gathered together. And since God created the world, so he put the world in our hands. How can it be that there's 10 Jews together? And for sure, these Jews are are good, and they have the merit, and they're sincere, and they really want the redemption. And nevertheless, how can it be that no one's screaming about it? No one seems to be really perturbed about the fact that we're still in exile and the Moshiach hasn't come immediately. And it's not, how do you say, illogical by them, God forbid, that Moshiach didn't come yet. Right? Moshiach will take his time whenever he wants to, he'll come. And it didn't come today, didn't come yesterday. And he also, if he doesn't come tomorrow, won't be so bad. That's what the Rebbe is saying. How can it be that Jews, especially Hasidim that know what I'm saying and that they really care about it, that they're not emotional about it? It doesn't seem to really affect them personally. If Mashiach didn't come yesterday, and even tomorrow he won't come, or the day after he won't come, God forbid, Rahman and Atzlan. And even now, when I tell my Hasidim, cry out, how long will it take? So they just do it because I tell them to do it. If they really wanted and cried out in truth, certainly the Mashiach already would come. Now, these are pretty severe words of the Rebbe. It gets worse, the Rebbe is going to say. So basically what the Rebbe is saying to all his Hasidim is that nobody got the point, and that the reason the Mashiach doesn't come is because of you. And, I certainly want Mashiach, but for whatever reason God decided, it doesn't depend on me. It doesn't mean what can I do in order that the Jewish people will make noise and scream out really and bring the Mashiach actually? After that, everything that's done up to now, it didn't seem to help. The Rebbe, when he actually made the speech, he was very, very, these are sort of nice words that he said, was Hevel Lurik, said everything that I'd done, said was meaningless. That's what he said. Anyway, whatever we did didn't help. And what's the proof? That we're still found in exile. And the main thing is that we're in an inner exile, serving God. That it's okay for us. The Mashiach didn't come. It's all right. It's all right. Adavar Yachidi, the only thing that I can do, says the Rebbe, is Limsor Inyan Alechem. I'm giving it to you. Said the Rebbe, I've done everything that I can. It seems that I didn't rely on you enough. I was taking too much on me, and you were depending on me too much. Therefore, says the Rebbe, Asu kol mashater b'choltchem. Do whatever you can. You do it, right? You do it. I see. I've tried to inspire you as much as I can, says the Rebbe, and it seems that that's not the way to get you inspired. You have to do it on your own. I'm giving you power now, says the Rebbe, that you can do in your ability. And yet, even things that they're in a way of lights of tohu, in other words, of crazy things, but they have to be done in a normal way. Done in a normal way. You have to be totally outside of peer pressure, and nevertheless to be very pleasant and to love everyone, to find some good in everyone. You have to have love of everyone, and you have to be totally crazy about it. Lahavi b'poil Mashiach Zikenu, do whatever you can to actually bring Mashiach now. May it be God's will that finally there will be 10 Jews, and they will be stubborn, that they will do everything possible to bring about by God. And certainly they will bring by God. Like we said, Am Kashe Orafu, that the Jewish people are a stubborn people. Therefore, V'salachta Lavonenu Chatasenu Chatenu. Moses, after the Jewish people worshiped the golden calf, so Moses said to God that the Jewish people, they're a stubborn people, and therefore you will forgive them. And it's asked in a question. It's asked in the Chassidut a lot. That's not a proper thing to say. But the Jewish people are a stiff-necked people, and therefore you should forgive them. And God say, hey, what did you say, Moses? They're stiff-necked people. No matter what I do, they're stubborn. They're going to keep doing sins. Says, no, no, no. The intention is when the Jewish people make up their mind to do good, like Abraham did, then they're a stiff-necked people. Nothing can stop them from doing good. Nothing. So he said, the Jewish people, they are stiff-necked lamaliuso for good. Therefore, God, forgive them. Forgive all the sins and the transgressions and the bad things that they did. Lahavi, Mapoil, and so therefore, you Jewish people, you're stiff-necked. You have the power to be stubborn. So be stubborn about bringing the redemption and bring it immediately. In order and even so, you see that the Rebbe is trying to bring the Hasidim to the point that all they think about and all they're concerned with is bringing Mashiach. And it doesn't mean that they don't have a family and they don't have a job. They do, but the only reason they have a family and the only reason everything is only somehow to bring Mashiach. And you have to be a nice person. You have to be pleasant. In order to be pleasant means sometimes you have to talk with the other guy about baseball, who knows what, about his car, right? Not at long length, but you have to appreciate the other person on his level, who he is, and you have to genuinely appreciate him. If so, you're not screaming about Mashiach and going crazy about Mashiach, right? And sometimes there's people who are opposing you. They don't like you. People don't want anything to do with you. You have to know how to be pleasant with those people and accept them. And God forbid not to get angry and not to take anything personally. Because if so, you're not thinking about Mashiach. You're thinking about yourself. And you also have to think about Mashiach on the Rebbe's terms, not on your terms. On the Rebbe's terms. That you have to be pleasant with everybody and you have to think only positively about every Jew. To be stiff-necked to do that means you have to ignore everything that's negative, both outside of you and inside of you. Says the Rebbe, in order that I can help, that I can hurry up, and even more, I will give each and every one of you money to give to charity. Everybody gets $1. Greatest charity. The Rebbe used to pass out dollars every Sunday. And the reason he gave out dollars was that everyone should take that dollar, exchange it for another dollar, and give charity. Just like he's giving out. He said, the Rebbe, I've done whatever I can. I've done it. That's it. What I've done, I'm finished. Now, just to point out that after this, the Rebbe spoke a lot, right? He spoke a lot, right? The whole year of speaking, almost. From then, you have to do whatever you can. And may it be God's will. In other words, the Rebbe is saying, I'm giving you new powers. You do it. You're the ones that are doing it, right? Don't rely on me anymore. It's all up to you. And you have the powers to do it. May it be God's will that there's one person, 2, 3, that he will take some sort of advice, some sort of plan on how to do, what to do, and how it should be done. And the main thing is that you should do everything you can to bring the total redemption immediately now. Take of him yad immediately, and with simcha, with happiness, b'tuv levav, and a good heart. Okay, that's the speech that the Rebbe gave on Kav Ches, empowering us to do everything we can all the time in a pleasant, happy way to change the whole entire world and to bring Mashiach and do away with all of the evil and suffering and confusion and depression and addictions and diseases in the world. We can do it. And the Rebbe said, how many people? Even one. So who is that one? I mean, I'm one. You're one. Everybody's one. So you can't look at the other guy and say, you're not doing your job. You have to look at yourself. You're one person. And if there's 3 people that aren't looking at other people, they're only thinking about themselves, even better. And if there's 10 people, that's even better. Okay, that's the Rebbe's speech about bringing Mashiach. Okay, empowering us to bring Mashiach. Let us go. One second, let's turn this off here.